Security guards were rushing toward the fan who had just broken through the barriers trying to reach Messi. Everyone expected them to tackle him to the ground, but what Messi did next left 80,000 people in complete silence. This wasn't just any ordinary fan encounter. This was about to become the most viral moment in soccer history. And when you see Messi's reaction, you'll understand why even his biggest critics started respecting him. Miami, February 2025. Inter Miami's crucial MLS match against Nashville SC was underway. DRV PNK Stadium was packed with 20,000 people, and the atmosphere was electric. Messi had scored a stunning goal in the 34th minute, putting his team ahead 2-1. The stands were roaring with excitement. Everyone was savoring this moment. But in one corner of the stands, 16-year-old Carlos Martinez was experiencing a different kind of drama. Carlos was the son of a Colombian family, and Messi had been his hero since childhood. His family's financial situation was never good. His father worked construction, while his mother did cleaning jobs. Carlos's story actually went much deeper. 2 years ago, he was diagnosed with leukemia. Throughout the long treatment process, his only comfort in that hospital bed was watching Messi's matches. Before each chemotherapy session, he would watch Messi's goals and find strength. But before I tell you why this fan was so desperate to reach Messi, you need to know what Carlos was carrying with him that day, because this detail will make Messi's reaction even more meaningful. In Carlos's pocket was a letter he had written during his treatment in the hospital. This letter didn't just express his admiration for Messi, but explained how Messi had given him strength. The final lines of the letter read, "Dear Messi, because you never give up on the field, I never gave up in life either. If I could ever see you, I just want to thank you." That day, Carlos had come to the stadium with his family. Their tickets were sponsored by a generous businessman from their neighborhood. For Carlos, this was possibly his last chance to see Messi live, because his family was moving to another city next month for economic reasons. Throughout the match, Carlos watched Messi's every move carefully. When Messi scored in the 34th minute, Carlos's eyes filled with tears. This man had truly saved his life. Now he had to find a way to thank him. In the 67th minute of the match, Messi ran toward the sideline for a ball. He was right near the section where Carlos was sitting. For Carlos, this was his opportunity. The security guards had focused their attention on the field. The stands were watching Messi meet the ball. Carlos suddenly stood up. Without even saying anything to his father next to him, he jumped over the barrier. No one noticed the first step, but the second step was caught by security cameras. On the third step, security guards sprang into action. "Stop! Don't enter the field!" shouted the nearest security guard. But Carlos didn't stop. Messi was still only 30 meters away, and Carlos continued running toward him. Meanwhile, other fans in the stadium began to notice what was happening. Some were cheering Carlos on, while others were alerting security. Security team leader Mike Rodriguez was a former police officer with 15 years of experience. He had dealt with this type of situation hundreds of times, and the protocol was very clear. Stop the fan entering the field, remove them from the stadium, arrest them if necessary. Mike and two colleagues began surrounding Carlos from 3 directions. Carlos had nowhere to run. 20,000 people were watching this drama unfold. Television cameras had also caught Carlos, showing this chase live on air. "Kids, stop now! You can't go any further," Mike shouted. Carlos stopped. He was now only 15 meters from Messi. Messi was also aware of the situation and was looking at Carlos. Meanwhile, other players on the field were also trying to understand what was happening. Mike prepared to make his final move to catch Carlos. He reached his hand toward Carlos's arm, and right at that moment, Messi did something no one expected. As the security guard was about to grab Carlos, Messi intervened. But what he did was so surprising that everyone in the stadium froze. "Wait!" Messi shouted, running toward Mike. "Please don't hurt him." Mike stopped in amazement. In his 15-year career, he had never seen any player protect a fan who entered the field. "Mr. Messi, we have protocols. We need to remove this kid from the stadium," Mike said. "I understand," Messi said, "but can I talk to him first?" Just 2 minutes. Meanwhile, Carlos's eyes were filling with tears. Messi was actually protecting him. This was beyond his wildest dreams. Messi turned to Carlos. "Hola, ¿cómo te llamas?" "Hello, what's your name?" "Carlos," the boy whispered. Carlos Martinez. Carlos, can you tell me why you came onto the field? Carlos pulled the letter from his pocket. His hands were trembling. I wanted to give you this letter, but I just wanted to thank you. Messi took the letter. He quickly scanned it and caught glimpses of Carlos's story. When he saw the word leukemia, his facial expression changed. Carlos, you're a very brave kid, Messi said. Writing this letter, deciding to come here, these aren't easy things to do. Then he turned to Mike. Mike, that's your name, right? This kid is sick. I don't want him to be treated badly. Mike was moved by Messi's sincerity. Of course, sir, but the rules. I understand the rules, Messi said, but sometimes there are more important things than rules. Messi turned back to Carlos. Look, Carlos, you gave me a very big gift. This letter is very valuable to me, but I want to give you a gift too. Messi took off his jersey. There was incredible silence in the stadium. 20,000 people held their breath. This jersey isn't just yours, it's for all the kids who are fighting, Messi said. You say I give you strength, but actually you're the one giving me strength. But Messi wasn't finished yet. What he did next would bring everyone in the stadium to tears, because what he said to Carlos at that moment would touch not just one child's life, but the lives of everyone there that day. Messi approached Carlos and put his hand on his shoulder. Carlos, I'm making you a promise. Every time I score a goal, I'll think of you. Every time I take the field, I'll remember brave kids like you. Then he turned to the stadium and asked for a microphone. The announcer ran over with the microphone. Dear fans, Messi said, today I didn't just come here to play soccer. I came to meet Carlos too. He reminded me that the most important thing in life is to fight. A thunderous applause erupted in the stadium. People stood up and applauded Carlos. Carlos, you're not just a fan anymore. You're my friend. And my friends don't watch my games from the stands. They're on the field with me. Messi turned to referee Ivan Barton. Referee, could you allow Carlos to stay on the field for the final minutes of the match? The referee had never encountered such a situation, but Messi's sincerity and the atmosphere in the stadium had affected him. Just for a few minutes, and he has to stay on the sideline. Carlos stood next to Messi on the sideline. The final 10 minutes of the match passed like this. Carlos's family watched their son from the stands through tears. In the 85th minute, Messi turned to Carlos. Carlos, will you bring me luck? How? Carlos asked. We have a penalty. Can you tell me how to take it? Carlos's face lit up. Top left corner, he said decisively. The keeper will go right. You shoot left. Messi smiled. Okay, coach. He really did shoot the penalty to the top left corner. It was a goal, and Messi ran to hug Carlos. You're a real coach. The match ended 3-1, but the real winner that day was Carlos. He hadn't just met Messi, he had become his friend. After the match, Messi invited Carlos's family to the locker room. He turned to Carlos's father. Senor Martinez, you've raised Carlos so beautifully. He's a real champion. Carlos's mother thanked Messi through tears. You gave my son hope during his darkest days. Today you gave him a miracle. Messi hugged Carlos one last time. Carlos, remember, you are strong, you are brave, and you will always be with me. But the most beautiful part of this story is that Carlos continued to be strong not just that day, but every day after. Because sometimes all we need in life is to know that someone believes in us. This story went viral on social media. The #Carlos and Messi hashtag became a worldwide trend. Millions of people shared messages about Carlos's courage and Messi's greatness. Nike designed a special jersey for Carlos. Inter Miami declared him an honorary team member. But most importantly, Carlos's treatment continued successfully. His doctors said his positive spirit helped his treatment tremendously. 6 months later, Carlos was completely healed. And at his first match, he was waiting on the field to greet Messi. The event that happened in the stadium that day was recorded as one of the most beautiful moments in sports history. Because soccer isn't just about scoring goals, it's also about touching lives. Carlos is now 17 years old and dreams of starting his own soccer academy. He's working on a soccer academy for sick children project. And in every project, he remembers what Messi said that day. Real champions aren't born on the field, they're born by fighting in life. This story shows us that sometimes the biggest victories aren't visible on the scoreboard. The biggest victories happen when one person touches another person's life. Messi showed that day that he wasn't just a soccer player, but also a human being. And Carlos taught us what real courage is. What would you have done if you were in Messi's place? Let's meet in the comments, and don't forget to share this beautiful story with your loved ones. Before hearing the continuation of this incredible story, don't forget to subscribe, turn on notifications, comment, and like. I can share such heartwarming real stories every day for your benefit. What would you have done if you were in Messi's place? Let's meet in the comments.